When Shatta first UK, Shatta sent by Sammy Flex TV or Sammy Flex PR.
Yeah.
Go and listen to the explanation. You clap. It is the same everywhere.
Sure.
Agroni and can you and I say agroni. Name mum say, oh, can one say more? That is when you know say yeah. You see? But then, was the observation or was his comment objective? Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yes, it was, because most of the explanation that they were giving as far as this whole curtains and whatever is concerned didn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense one bit. And that is what he pointed out. Say, you see, unless there is any other better explanation to it, or you don't have anything to say, in the moment, when you say the moment you want to question their explanations objectively, one day you insult them.
Over for and for some reason, some and they.
A bit we have some renovation. Curtains issue, I can't was in.
Yes, boss.
And then never.
I'm not
been done with our sons. And a curtains, you know, and not only for sound. There are so many reasons that yes. So until you ask the stone boy how do you take it, that's not what targeting. Hey, so
wait. Hey, ready. So you are telling me say. So now say also talk limited number of tickets and I go pay exactly brother.
Not the number of tickets no person no. Venue where was a specific number ni.
Jesus Christ.
This one.
Wow.
Now or yeah
so man or den kasa.
No. There be so or bisa
come on.
What are we talking about? If you know your target is 6,000, you know where to go to. If you know your target is 20,000, you know where to go to. If you know where to go to. Let's not kid ourselves. Say we are born about to say, but let's what can we create any for you? And I make I say unless, and again anybody can prove me or educate me, edify me. Say, bibi koso iron na ho, ain't no. Handless of iron and okay, yeah, and I can bet I don't know, cause I if you know say you 6,000 I will charge. Why the border?
Yo, Ghana, what's up? I have been in this market for a very, very long time, and I understand your day-to-day activities. So you know what? I introduced my new smartphone devices into the market, which is the Hotwave Cyber 16 Pro SM series. As you can see, it's fresh, box to it's shiny. That's Hotwave. I come show you how the phone they look like. And I tell you, this will be just any phone. You understand me? It come with a travel adapter. This be the manual. This be the pin way. You know, you could take open way or SIM card. And it gets in USB too. So they come with 2 cores. You understand me? And you know they're almighty. This is what I'm talking about. You love it. It's beautiful. And this be one of the phones where I tell people when you fall, your screen will crack. And this one you go keep for water inside for 3 days. If you doubt me, come. That's my new brand, you know, my new device. And I want you guys to just know that as I understand you and you understand me, I know how you will love this phone and support. That's my beautiful baby. Hotwave Cyber 16 Pro SM series. I know you guys are gonna love it. Anyway, I'm gonna use my one. I'm gonna find SIM card. Thank you. Love you. Yo, Ghana.
Just after Vida Edichumwa, the official PRO from the Beam Camp, Obeka the reason why you who curtains and arrangement I want management of OVO Wembley Arena no work on. Arnold Asamoah Bedu say and curtains we put it and onye issue or the industry ana yetinampo yeka. We should talk about the success of the Beam Fest, because even in the UK we saw what happened at Shatta Fest. At Shatta Fest, in 102 stampede now, Ndoba wo bugu donti. Yen team program now continue yanka the success of the fest, you know. Like a Beam Fest, atu yenenim. Sammy no so both cruise no so you go for stampede. nkofo bebreku ama wo cancel enka yetna odende enka we should be speaking about the success of the program, but because of what Vida na MCI yebo aye what the other camp inti, that is why today we are sitting here talking about curtains. Mobia Kwaba the Road Talk Show right here on Sammy Flex TV. My name is Desert Asian. Still on the aftermath of the Beam Fest. Many earlier on, many chemo didn't come on about what Vida is saying. Then chemo look at there, it would have been best like a Vida obey a D on that curtain issue. We will dwell on the success of the program, but Vida and Kanye them okobo ntremu ntremu so okobo no many Ghanaians was it one well. They are telling Vida to go and come back again. And many Roland Amate, many about to change come on what Vida said, and if he agrees with what Arnold Bedu as someone is saying. Data, you can say in Sama Arnold Odutuja after Vida abobo them in Chimuno. Na yeba Roland yene ba twetwe komo.
Vida the one official PR for Bennington Music Group into Nijuma na Oye. Okay. The last part na one there say she feels a opinion or expressing, but I don't think say appropriate. Say you can some and then leave this one. There be into me some now per se can, we've said it several times. Last week. Yeah, we made pronouncements on it. And they say me from down to whoever can one bonabaso. We all applauded him, applauded the production and blah blah blah. But this is also important for us to discuss. Because a bigger reference point next 2 years, next 3 years. We are learning from such an experience. So we need to discuss. Say so I'm teaching one. Do you understand? Of course. Do you understand?
Deputy PL.
And you know what? See, discerning people are watching and listening. They will judge for themselves as to the explanation. Oh, Empress. Let me call the other point. It's about fan base and the kike count. Vida na ya a part of the problem.
Vida.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. If you actually watch them in days leading to concert
program,
one video maybe I'm more Shatta Wale. Shatta Wale show na can say you know di ho you can say di ho fell already. Already now kasana you the tension that exists between the two camps. Right? But kwa show unfortunately ankoyi not the PR machinery of another artist. Ye mockery of the situation. What do you expect from the other camp?
Oh,
what do you expect?
To meet you.
They will gather ammunition to also get you. See, near maybe what and they can take the advice of your sisters if they person near maybe what I mean, we've been in the industry for a long time. It's Jama fan base now.
Okay. And young money also.
No. The PR machine, you know, is supposed to be an fixing yama. Because our issue we are having this fan base with then stone boy about but because of the now we so pray for downfall because you actually pray for somebody's downfall. 2 days or so to the event. Now Vida na ya video say tomato. Why?
I saw that video.
Why? So if I'm SM or any other, what do you want me to do? Because you're taking days to make mockery of Mimi events, and then you expect me to clap for you? No, I'm also looking to punch holes in yours. It will make the curtains a topical issue to discuss when I should be discussing something else. Because and I believe that they should move away from that fan base. Leave it to the fan base. Yours is to elevate your artist and then a brand and make it attractive. You are not supposed to be act like a fan. And so they should fix it. They should fix it because with the issue about fan base, listen, that can be about football. Say, normal. See, industry is a competitive industry. Everybody is striving to get to number one.
Nka PRO day, nka wouldn't there ebe promote who artists and a brand and why the mockery? Nka getting saying nka no kelewele no there. Leave it for the fan base. Now we aim and our objective is promote the brand, maintain the beautiness of the brand. They should fix it. Them is Sammy and Arnold Oracle. Man like Ro.
There's that.
Man like Ro.
There's that. Lokumio. I said we are over fighting to the coin.
I didn't hear. How uni how ube kebi. So kebi mami. Yasa ba wa point no bio mem. Ji say baby I want to be okay wo.
Oh, baby I okay. Nyama do. You switch them more. And yesterday I had a time in my life where I visited so many beautiful places here in US. Some very historic places, of which very soon I will be sharing some of my experience, obviously on Sammy Flex TV, for people to know how things are going here. I visited one of the famous, your friend say, amusement parks, one of the famous and biggest amusement parks in the world, ISX Flags. And yesterday my adrenaline was tested. I tested my house witches and I made them understand, say, Omuni power beer. Say once in a while, I was say, for so much. No more say Omuni to me beer also. And yesterday, thanks to my wonderful host, Mr. Nathan Price, he took me around and so many beautiful sightseeing. I'll be sharing most of them on our pages now. Mom.
Okay, all right. But we feel for you for so much. No, I'm going to grab baby Jamie. Say we are one. Mementos two.
Oh, almost saying shit.
Yes, I think your videos need a trigger mama for share. Now, what do you call top was on?
And easy, deserts, and easy. Like it was. This is somebody that's me catch. This is something that I will tell everybody. The fufu ni abem kwaya, I'm on try. Udi mkunkunti, I'm on try. In fact, they would know okay, I'm on try because anyama befa utilimuno. Yamen kwane bejo.
Baba mi video bi na say na we suit as na de as that time na de na phone. No so we wu ana.
Oh, with the level of experience and adrenaline rush, it was an almost pass out. You know, this is how do you call it? Rides are amusement park for people who know roller coaster or what roller coaster is. These are rides I don't want to say train, where it has a certain top speed at a time, and of course the protection is not like a normal car and stuff. It comes with some form of excitement. It comes with some form of adrenaline rush, and it is also adventurous. And that sometimes the speed is as sharp as a moving train. And this is one that Edo Kostro, Nedwaba form, not done in TC form, now nice in same room and all of that. But Misha Bruni, say at least Nini Namun, Wama, if you for a bit for Messiashi. So, only to me because of the protective gears and the safety precautions and everything. I know, say very soon we may have a special edition.
Sure.
Maybe I'll share my experience into details. Sure. I've shared some photos and videos to some of the historic places that I also visited in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Obagana there, sorry, name Oba US there.
Oh, me wait a minute, sir. Me Bagana, you know Bagana. Ninyaka, yes. But till you pass our information, me was me friend say, when you throw, you have press portfolio no throw. Aye.
Oh, mini portfolio there. When him say, the TN say, men can't be being for portfolio who are in him. I have never said anything about portfolio that is not true. Anything I say about portfolio is an observation that so many people have observed.
Okay.
And I can tell you, say, portfolio aura, it can be the aura. Why I want to say an internet or with me up portfolio aura, 0.5. We say could you and them portfolio is a fantastic MC. He's a very good guy, top guy, just that sometimes they need be aware now. What do you want to say? Portfolio. Potty.
Okay, so that was just by the way. I mean, did say moving on to the topic on board no. Mr. Wohu Anawati Vida in Chiremwa or the man about the curtains and in Yama Koso will be first no.
Yeah. Meti. And I watched the video last Saturday. In fact, I tuned into the show and I was actually tuning in live and I was watching. Now me here 1 2 1 2, so I had to put it there to see what is going on. And I must say that day it was a very dramatic day. It was an interesting one. Mysterious. I had a laugh of my life. Not because they were doing maybe explicit comedy, but of course some of the discussions that were on board were interesting ones that some of them I found it very amusing and funny, but all the same, it is what it is. People have shared their opinions and like Arnold said in one of his submissions, discerning people also watched and listened what went on. So I'm sure discerning people will conclude whatever they want to conclude and think whatever they want to think on what happened.
Okay, so let's start with Vida and Samuel Kayano. Then or the Ubebo defense and I also want opinion on what she said.
Okay, yeah, starting common say Vida opinion again. On the explanation on whether they were able to fill the 12,500 and whatever. It looked funny, especially when you are coming from an events background, a production background, and the kind of explanation that came with it. Like, you tend to ask yourself so many questions and I said, Sebi, who are there, ABA blue, Naya can't tell so are there in blue, a red. Like, one thing here, now, say you blue. You may even question your sanity at a point. And that is how some of the explanations came across. Am I surprised she came up with that kind of explanation? Obviously not. And I've seen so many people question your friend is saying, even the PR machinery and title, like in Ghana's entertainment space in general, giving different commentaries about public relations or PR, even in general, is facing them and how some people are handling it and how some people are doing a great job and how others are also not doing a great job. You see, At this point, everybody is a PR expert. I've seen the likes of TAP, Nipa, and other people giving notes, bits and pieces of PR. And I must tell some of these people that, I thought they'd be on to Mobu. Nanye, near you soon will book Munina, and apply for more. And you soon will book Munina, and I will apply for more. There are some of them that may not come across as how you want it. Some of them may not come across as how you see it. So this time now, Munya Butrema, your friend is Kasamafo. Obi Kanasem, almost for you. Almost for you. To me, her explanation as to first off the 12,000, how they were able to manage to still get the 12,500 people in the auditorium, even with the said quote and unquote restrictions not mentioned here and all of that. Now, very interesting because if they are upon all these technicalities, they give this explanation. Not said they were not trying ever can. I remember very well when Shatta first happened, and for the past few days I've been using that as an example because I know that most of the things that are playing now, some of them are offshoot conversations from that particular event.
Okay.
And I must say, when Shatta first happened last year, management, they statistics by in with regards to the number of people who attended the concert. We saw different kind of comments. We saw various comments from various people. But one thing that was very interesting is the fact that online statistics are there. We had top researchers who did research into whatever numbers that were projected. So even when you want to doubt, you can only doubt from your imaginations. But we can have evidence full ground. However, the Emma by the explanation as to the 12,000 capacity, funny near the fact that this is a place that so many people have done events there. In fact, the level of setup and the kind of instrument or logistics that you are going to use. More using advanced logistics even than what you did. You understand?
Yeah.
When you make it look as if said maybe logistics and restraints, yet you were still able to pull it off. Then the whole explanation looks funny because, and again, after saying, okay, you were still able to pull up that number. Mimi Bisa say, what is or where are the statistics to show? Because time now, management, the number by so it was over 600,000 or 500,000 people that came to the Independence Square to experience Shatta Fest. People were doubting. But we had people from independent, your friends and friends, like multimedia and other private researchers, go deep into the conversation to bring out their findings, which was clearly some were even close to the same or some even confirmed that particular number. Timmy Bisa said 12,000 capacity auditorium. Yes, we sold that. We know some of these things. Sebi, they are sitting out of time. We are discerning people in terms of ticket sales, in terms of this, in terms of that. How can you prove? You see, and then people want us to believe, say, Saudi auditorium and Audi place. Now you can decide to use ABR, Saudi ABR, maybe 20,000 capacity auditorium. Now me pass it. Oh, me 5,000. I am selling 5,000 tickets. pair, I can classify it as sold out. Yet, when Alodia came out to say, oh, the Shatta First UK, they had opened up to sell out the 20,000 capacity space. However, it is the council that restricted them into selling out tickets of that nature. So they had to even restrict them to 10,000. And even in the 10,000, they were even restricted in selling 7,000 and leaving the rest for kids. Even when they came to announce, oh, the restricted tickets they gave ourselves is sold out. People said, oh, my Nkasa is sold out. But this one day, we can say it's sold out. In fact, I think one of the best explanation, I thought it was DJ Slim's explanation to that whole saga. But I said, Baba, Edumoye will you TV in a chair. Or you defend that. Yes, I said, Papa, this time not studying in that city. Because that was a very shambolic explanation. Like the whole explanation, even in Arnold's submission, he was saying, oh, explanation of the amount say more Thomasuma, fine. Because at that point, if you you may intend question your own sanity self on top.
Yeah.
You may even question your own sanity self on top. And it looked very, very funny. So for me, I think that yes, if they really want to have any better explanation to this and they want to save themselves, ticket sales, and this is data that is easily accessible. This is data that you can just throw around and people will not doubt you. Get the ticket, first. Now, amount for your event, a ton ticket. Yeah, oh, any shell filling station.
But
go to Accra, more. Say the tickets command these agencies. What the number of tickets are at the moment. It's Mima ABS Sammy Flex TV 5,000 tickets. Yakoma moving pay 2,000 tickets. Yakoma ABR this shell filling station 2,000 tickets. International say a body quality the number of tickets I at one. The Sammy Flex TV the 5,000 to be 5,000. You confirmed say at 5,000 tickets. Yeah, they call ABR Accra more and now moving pick a more 2,000. You can say asa. You say at 2,000 tickets. Into Sammy catch will be some at 7,000 tickets. The evidence is there for you to see. Well, yeah, and yeah, be complex and maybe be idea. And again, same way digitally, all the ticket platforms or ticket for that particular event, all of them can pull out. You can pull out numbers from all these ticket portals and they are public knowledge. Or you can pull out numbers from all these ticket portals to make your case. And you see, it is interesting to note how in the end of the submission, she came back again to say, why are people not concentrating on the good side of what happened, and they are rather concentrating on the bad side or the other side of the event. You see, that is the sad aspect. Last week, I pointed out this situation. I'm making a session, say, I'm paying for BB say, oh, of one son. Now I show one son.
Yeah.
And you see, as at that time, when they thought they were making mockery of whatever has happened. And this is not the first time they've done it.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I said this is the only time a month way near Bahu. But mostly they've been doing this subliminally, like they will be throwing subliminal shots. But when it comes to the opposite direction, Shatta movement. Shatta movement for more money on my DNCO. If they want to mock you, they come out openly and do it.
Sure.
If they want to praise you, they come out openly and do it. And that is what will play out. But unfortunately for these people, they be omuyesi and for you against them. You see, that is why it is very even difficult for people to even sympathize with them when the others were going at them. Because when before the show, before this particular event, look at the kind of conversation that came. Meanwhile, nobody had even mentioned you. But you were crying sabotage. That is one. In fact, after the medical nation, and I see a stop nation from performing, make it make sense. And also one fact. And all these assertions were by your affiliates. And you guys were quiet with it. If you didn't endorse it,
Yeah.
But because whatever they were saying, you guys were quiet. You guys were quiet about it. And then I did this wanka. And then I say wanka. And then your friend is saying, darling, and he's too boy and TikTok live. Wanka. And then I said no wanka. But still, the event happened. Why? Because the people that you want to blame for the event, and stage, what was the problem? Now, few days to the event, now you resorted to direct. Now, after the way you were in now by, and obviously nobody will sit down for you to do this, and tomorrow not have the repercussions come at you. Into an idea, you definitely get it, and that is what happened. Into that is just for the Vida side. Now to Arnold today, we live in interesting times, and I've seen people, especially people from Shatta movement. Arnold is a champion. Arnold is a this. Arnold is a that. Who comments and say, hey, now industry we know. A friend saying, "You can't do it here and I say I grow there." When you have to, I not more praising and then. Or China, winning the shoe being your problem.
The shoe tiny.
Winning the shoe being your problem. Because one can do much. You see, that is how interesting the job is.
Yeah.
And then my last time statement I be posting on the social say, when the mistake is not about you, you are the best judge.
Yeah.
But when it is about you, you are the best lawyer.
Yeah.
Today, anybody can question anybody's PR skill. Why? Because I said them form. When your friend is saying, Empress gift you has by. And the master who happens to be the PR, well, listen to his explanation. When you have a person who has by, Arnold as who happens to be a team member, a PR, go and listen to 5 for boy. When Shatta first UK, Shatta sent by Sammy Flex TV or Sammy Flex PR, go and listen to the explanation. You clap. It is the same everywhere.
Sure.
Agroni and can you and I say agroni. Name mum say, oh, can one say more? That is when you know say, yeah. You see? But then, was the observation or was his comment objective? Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yes, it was, because most of the explanation that they were giving as far as this whole curtains and whatever is concerned didn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense one bit. And that is what he pointed out. Say, you see, unless there is any other better explanation to it, or you don't have anything to say, in the moment, when you say the moment you want to question their explanations objectively, one day you insult them.
Yeah, sure.
Intina or start chief breaker. So, okay, after the explanation, whoever would want to believe them, well, to Jemwa, there's nothing anybody can do about it. There's nothing anybody can do about it, but then be say the same person now anymore.
Yes.
A do so now betting me a year from inside. No idea, and that is life. So for me, it was a very interesting night, and I laughed like Arnold's reaction really killed me. And Baba here, Baba is my sister, and her explanation to whatever. I think she did not do them any good.
Yeah.
And the explanation and messages that she was reading on top say, oh, it is coming from an official source, that is the camp and all of that. Hey, only one kind, because that explanation of, oh, and they had to open up the standing floor, and they had to close down the top floor, and they had to do this, they had to do that, and now you are now coming to give lectures as to why curtains are used in auditoriums and stuff. Bro. And this morning when I woke up, I saw one interesting post, and it was very fun. So after Emoji's events, and let me do shout out to Emoji gospel musician who sold his car and sold his wife's car to do it. Yeah, big shout outs to them. He did very well. He showed the name of Ghana, and we are very proud of him. You know, when I also saw his show, in fact, when videos started flying, who said about why your money say I pay for almost curtains. Almost curtains. And we videos, and they found the curtains. You see, this morning I saw a post from one blogger that made a news card with the headline, so 12,500 capacity and emoji music has sold out. That particular post has garnered, you see, I call about 1,000 or 2,000 kind of reactions. And according to the guy, even with how fast the news was traveling and people were jubilating, a team member from Emoji's camp reached out to him. Said, oh, the captain is misleading and that they did not do the 12,000. And that they did not do the 12,000. And you see, and yes,
Granny.
Intino, say a coffee, no? Near coffee, see an anona. You tend to ask yourself so many questions.
Yes.
Amen. Those who will accept this explanation, any problem?
Sure.
Any problem? Shatta first 2.0 ever. Shatta first 2026 is coming.
It's coming.
Now, here they are ready. Obipa on the Kankwa singing from. Yanini Panu Krum home. Your best box and put there be. Your best says zipat. In fact, Ahumatiani Beshe.
Sexy body anyone there.
Obipa on the Kankwa singing from.
Okay.
Because the first Shatta Fest that we did, how far that particular event traveled, and how it sold the name of Ghana. Look, yesterday I was at one of the rides, slingshots now coin. There was this guy that I shared the ride with him, and like a two cost like 5-6 stories above. Now I said the rubber form. And I mentioned to him that I'm from Ghana. And right after, he mentioned Shatta Wale. In fact, there is even a neighbor here where I live in New Jersey who is a Jamaican. And the moment I mentioned that I'm from Ghana and Shatta Wale, two things that he mentioned was his appearance with Vibes Cartel and also the Shatta Fest event that happened in Ghana.
Wow.
So you can clearly see the impact and how Shatta is selling the name of Ghana. Intino, we sagi we ya kan omuso muntie. Say, anka na efe. Because I remember very well during COVID time, when Sarkodie did his Black Love concert. I mean, the kind of love that was shown Sarkodie, to the extent that even seek for platform crash here for the first time.
Yeah.
We'd love to see all of this on the other side, or happen to most of the artists that are coming, that are like springing from Ghana and doing exploits. But especially when in Kofophobia was some form and batters are same way who you be shame pet. Not any problem. And that is what will make it difficult for us to achieve that. That is what will make it difficult for us to achieve that. You see, let me wrap up.
Yeah. Sure.
Some time ago, after that particular Stonebwoy show, when Sammy Flex TV came to congratulate Stonebwoy for that particular show, we had the lives of Eric Tosca doing a video saying, hey, Meanwhile, people from that same camp are now questioning why the likes of Sarkodie have not congratulated the person. Now, is everything okay up there? To the extent that Nipanoko making just a random post, for the funny video, and also my job,
yes.
India congratulating on a year and last year congratulating on a year. And I'm not catching the fans say, oh, Charlie, so I can't say, will be into obey some of these things. Into Mamma, your friend say, yeah, Mamma fan, Makumu Pino. They twisted it and started saying Shatta Wale is making mockery of Stonebwoy. Which, yes, I'm away.
What do you want to see? No, nah.
It's big shout outs to Arnold as a Mabidu.
Okay.
I think he did justice to the topic. Those who are praising him, Munya Butre, and so I bet Dania Bamso. But the other people that are also condoning the explanations that is coming from the other side, any problem.
Okay.
Yet say, yeah. Catch them say, save the poor, yeah.
Okay. All right. And then Roland, and then the best has say now. Bibiane bebe to ha ye be here wa ye be san fro na ye no atwetwe nkomo. Okay. All right, so that's baby. All right, so that was Roland and Mate and energy nkomo on what Arnold Samobedukai any Vida explanation on the buy about the curtains and everything about the beam fest, you know. What they can say? What they mean kashi? Mensu befa dia Arnold kind no. Say explanation no eto wasumwa fa anto wasumwa. The other ben fair. This is the Road Talk Show right here on Sammy Flex TV. My name is Desert Edition and I'm out of here.
Hello, Abusiafo. My name is the Lady Rev, and I'm here to tell you about the citywide service in collaboration with Sammy Flex TV. We are doing the Canton Fair 2026. All you have to do is your 35,000 Ghana cedis. That includes your visa, your plane tickets, your 14 days accommodation, and then accreditation into the fair, as well as a tour to suppliers when you get to China. With 38,000 on there, not just say unkwana oda ewo with them. Just in case it's a pese one you want to go to China on your own at your own time. 7,000 Ghana cedi pay we get you the visa. And guess the good news. I mean, visa comes before payment. You only have to show interest. Now you visa na eba. Now what the 7,000 and so ashayensa. Citywide yenyama bebre. You can work with them. Our numbers are scrolling down the video. All you have to do is to call us. Now make it what do you say this year, dear China, oh China, 22nd to the 5th of November. China Canton Fair, oh China Canton Fair. Yeah, China kwa ye juma near the sika befie. I mean, my name is the Lady Rev. I see you.